Good morning, students. Today's session we will solve few word problem from maxima and minima. All the problems are related to the mensuration portion. So first of all, you have to learn the formulas of perimeter, volume, total surface area of cylinder, cone, sphere, these things. Then only you can solve it. So here the first question, it is given that so that a cylinder of a given volume which is open at the top has minimum total surface area provided its height is equal to the radius of its base. This is the question. So that the cylinder of given volume which is open at the top has minimum total surface area. That means this total surface area you have to show it minimum, and height is given equals to the radius of the base. So first you have to write all the given things. Let r be the radius and h be the height. Also let V be the volume. So volume, we know that volume of cylinder V equals to pi r square h. So from here we are getting h equals to V by pi r square. Let this be number 1. Next, what we have to show? We have to show that the total surface area, this is minimum. So let S equals to total surface area. So what will be the value of S? We know that S equals to pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Actual formula is 2 pi r into r plus h. That means 2 pi r square into plus 2 pi r h. But here the top is open. Here it is given the open at the top. That's why this top we are not considering. This top surface area we are not considering. So curved surface area is 2 pi r h and base area is pi r square. These two we are calculating as total surface area. So this is the value of S. That means this value we have to differentiate. This S we have to differentiate. Now with respect to which variable we will differentiate it? With respect to R or with respect to H? Here we have to choose a variable according to our wish, and we have to replace another variable with the given condition. So here this is the given condition. H equals to V by pi r square. So better to replace H. In the place of H we can write V by pi r square. So this gives us pi r square plus 2 pi r into V by pi r square from 1. Pi cancel, 1 r cancel, that is pi r square plus 2v by r. This is the value of S. So this we have to differentiate. Therefore ds by dr, differentiating with respect to r, we are getting 2 pi r minus 2v by r square. ddr of 1 by r is minus 1 by r square. Again we have to differentiate d2s by dr2. If we differentiate this one again, we will get 2 pi, here again plus sign r cube into 2. So we can write it 4. Because ddr of 1 by r square, this is equals to minus 2 by r cube. So this minus and this minus, it will become plus, and 2 into 2 equals to 4. So 4v by r cube. This is the value of d2s by dr2. Now we know that for minima or maxima, ds by dr equals to 0. Always we have to do this. For minima or maxima, first derivative we have to make equals to 0. So which implies 2 pi r minus 2v by r square is equals to 0. And this gives us 2v by r square equals to 2 pi r. That means 2 cancelled. So here we are getting 2v equals to pi r cube. V equals to pi r cube. Now if we put the value of v is equals to pi r square h. That means pi r square h is equals to pi r cube. Here pi cancel, r square cancel with this. So this gives us r equals to h. Now what we have to check? We have to check at this point r equals to h. What will be the value of d2s by dr2, whether it is positive or negative. If it is greater than 0, then that means it has minimum value. If it is less than 0, that means it has maximum value. So now d2s by dr2 at r equals to h is equals to 2 pi plus 2v by h cube. In place of r cube we have to write h cube because r equals to h here. Now this value is obviously greater than 0. All are positive. So which shows that at r equals to h, the total surface area is minimum. Total surface area is minimum at r equals to h. So we can write that when height is equals to the radius of base, when height is equals to the radius of base, then its total surface area is minimum. In this way we have to solve this question. Next question, question number 2. It is also very important question. So that the height of a cylinder which is open at the top having a given surface and the greatest volume is equal to the radius of its base. Now what is the difference from the previous question? Here you have to show that the height of the cylinder which is open at the top having a given surface this is given, and greatest volume. So volume you have to show is maximum. In previous question we have shown that the total surface area is minimum. Here we have to show the volume is maximum, greatest volume, and is equals to the radius of its base. That means same condition, H equals to R will be there. So let R be the radius and H be the height. So here what will be the S? S equals to pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Same, because top is open. Now from this condition we will find the value of H. H we will replace because we know the formula of V equals to pi r square H. Now from that V we have two variables R and H. That means either R or H we have to replace. So from this condition we are getting the value of H, and here it is given that the surface area is given. Surface area, given surface area means whatever it will be written in the question that given, that we will treat as constant term. So S we can treat as constant. Whatever it will be given in the question, that we can treat as constant term. So if S is constant, what will be the value of H? H equals to S minus pi r square divided by 2 pi r. This is number 1. Now let V equals to volume. Therefore V equals to pi r square H equals to pi into r square into S minus pi r square by 2 pi r. So here pi cancel, 1 r will cancel with this. So what is coming? R into S minus pi r square by 2, which implies V equals to Rs minus pi r cube whole into half. This is the value of V, and this we have to differentiate. This we have to differentiate with respect to R, because R is the variable, S is constant. Why S is constant? Because in the question it is written that S is given. Whatever it will be written in the question that given, that we will treat like a constant number, which implies dV by dr is equals to half into S minus 3 pi r square. And d2V by dr2, d2V by dr2, this is equals to half into S. If we differentiate this with respect to R, it will be 0, and here if we differentiate, what we are getting? 2 into 3, that is 6 pi r divided by 2, and negative sign. So minus 3 pi r. 6 pi r divided by 2 means 3 pi r. So this is the value of d2v by dr2. Now for maxima or minima, we have to make dv by dr equals to 0, and from that we will get a condition. So let us find that. Now for maxima or minima, dv by dr equals to 0, which gives us s minus 3 pi r square equals to 0. Here if we put the value of s, we have pi r square plus 2 pi r h minus 3 pi r square equals to 0. Pi r square minus 3 pi r square equals to 2 pi r square, that is 2 pi r h equals to 2 pi r square. 2 pi cancel, 1 r cancel, that means h equals to r. So this is the condition, h equals to r. Now what we have to check? We have to check the volume, that is d2v by dr2 at r equals to h is equals to minus 3 pi, in place of r we have to put h, and this value obviously it is less than 0 because negative sign is there. So which shows that at r equals to h, the volume is maximum. Hence V is maximum when the height of the cylinder is equal to the radius of its base. Now the next question, it is quite different from these two. Here angle involved. So another type of question it is, and very much important question. Question number 3. Here we have to show that the semi-vertical angle of a cone of maximum volume and of given slant height is cos inverse 1 by root 3. Now in this question, see, angle is involved, semi-vertical angle of a cone. So for that we should know that what is semi-vertical angle of a cone. This is a cone. This is the height. This is the radius of base. A, C, O. Now let the slant height be L. And this semi-vertical angle, this is semi-vertical angle. Total angle is vertical angle, half means semi-vertical angle. Let this angle be alpha. So if this angle is alpha, that means this is the base and this is the perpendicular. We know that the adjacent side of the angle always it will be base. If this is base, this is perpendicular, So from this right angle triangle we can say that this perpendicular, it will be L sin alpha and this will be L cos alpha. Why? We know that cos alpha equals to base by hypotenuse. This is base by hypotenuse, that is this by L. So cos alpha equals to this OC by L. So what will be the value of OC? OC equals to L cos alpha. Similarly, sin alpha equals to perpendicular, that is AC by L. So value of AC equals to L sin alpha. So let alpha be the semi-vertical angle of a cone of given slant height. Now see, here in the question it is says given that given slant height, that means this L, given slant height, if we take as L, this L we can treat as a constant number. This is not a variable, this we can treat as a constant. So if this is L, therefore from triangle AOC we have AC equals to L sin alpha. This is the radius. And OC equals to L cos alpha. This is the height. Next, what we have to show here? Maximum volume. Volume we have to show maximum. So if V be the volume of the cone, let V be the volume of cone. Therefore V equals to, what will be the value of V? V equals to pi 1/3 pi r square h. 1/3 pi r square h. This is the volume of cone. Now the value of r and h we can replace. 1/3 pi r means L sin alpha, so r square L square sin square alpha, and h means L cos alpha. So V we are getting 1/3 pi L cube sin square alpha into cos alpha. Now we can differentiate this with respect to alpha because L is constant, which implies dV by d alpha is equals to 1/3 pi L cube. This is constant. Here we have to apply product rule. Sin square alpha unchanged, dd alpha of cos alpha, that is minus sin alpha, plus cos alpha unchanged 2 sin alpha cos alpha, that is 1/3 pi L cube minus sin cube alpha plus 2 sin alpha into cos square alpha. Now if we take this cos alpha common, we have dV by d alpha equals to 1/3 pi L cube into sin alpha. Here we have 2 cos square alpha minus sin square alpha. Again if we differentiate, d2v by d alpha 2 is equals to, so here again two functions, this is one function, this is another function, product rule we can apply. So 1/3 pi L cube constant, Sin alpha is dd alpha of sin alpha, it is cos alpha into 2 cos square alpha minus sin square alpha plus sin alpha unchanged. Here if we differentiate, here we are getting 4 cos alpha minus 4 cos alpha into sin alpha minus 2 sin alpha into cos alpha. That is 1/3 pi L cube cos cube alpha minus sin square alpha into cos alpha minus, here we are getting 6 sin alpha cos alpha, that means 6 sin square alpha into cos alpha. This is equals to 1/3 pi L cube 2 cos cube alpha minus 7 sin square alpha cos alpha. Cos cube alpha if we take common, 1/3 pi L cube cos cube alpha. So here 2 and here we have cos cube alpha means tan square alpha. This is the value of d2v by d alpha 2. Now for maxima or minima, dv by d alpha equals to 0, which implies 1/3 pi L cube sin alpha into 2 cos square alpha minus sin square alpha is equals to 0, which implies either sin alpha equals to 0 or 2 cos square alpha minus sin square alpha equals to 0. So from this we are getting sin square alpha by cos square alpha equals to half. That means tan square alpha equals to half, which implies tan alpha equals to 1 by this will be 2. Sin square alpha by cos square alpha equals to 2, tan square alpha equals to 2 and tan alpha equals to root 2. So tan alpha value is root 2, therefore what will be the value of alpha? Alpha equals to tan inverse root 2, which implies alpha equals to tan inverse root 2. Now at this point we have to find the value of d2v by d alpha 2. Now if tan alpha equals to root 2, tan alpha equals to root 2, we know that tan alpha equals to, if this is alpha, so this is perpendicular is root 2, base is 1, so what will be the hypotenuse? 1 square plus root 2 square, that is 2, that is root 3. Therefore cos alpha equals to base by hypotenuse 1 by root 3. Now d2v by d alpha 2 at alpha equals to tan inverse root 2. At this point we have to find. So this is equals to the value of d2v by d alpha 2, d2v by d alpha 2, it was 1/3 pi L cube cos cube alpha whole into 2 minus 7 tan square alpha. This was the value. So it will be 1/3 pi L cube. Now cos cube alpha, cos alpha equals to 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 whole cube into 2 minus 7 tan square alpha, that is 7 into 2. So ultimately what is coming here? Negative sign is coming. Minus 14 minus 2, that is 12. So 4 pi L cube by 3 root 3, which is less than 0. So which shows that at alpha equals to tan inverse root 2, or when tan alpha equals to root 2, then volume is maximum. That is, when cos alpha equals to 1 by root 3, then volume is maximum. So we can say that when semi-vertical angle is cos inverse 1 by root 3, then volume is maximum. So in this way we have to solve this type of question. In our next class we will solve few more questions. Till then, bye bye.